So on the servicing on an H5, H4, any of the H5 cabinets really, 36, 34, whatever, all those cabinets are going to have the same one. You got 2 screws in the panel. You're going to take those screws out, which will give you access to the electrical box screws, which is where your controller, your switch, and your pilot light are all mounted. As well as when you remove the front panel, you also should have access to your element, which that is 4 Tek screws holding the element cover on, which will allow you to access the wiring on the elements. So you're going to have 4 screws on the electrical box. After you take that, you'll be able to see those screws. Take those 4 screws out, that'll access your controller, your switch, and your pilot light, and any of the other wiring that might be in there. The 4 Tek screws for the element cover, take those out, that'll access the wiring for the element. There's 4 more additional Tek screws that hold the element in. You remove those, the element will come out for replacement. On the H4s and the H436s, you'll have to remove the electrical box screws and slide the box over to remove the element pan. And for replacing the motor, there's 2 bolts on the top side to remove the retainer holder in, which helps hold the motor up against the plenum, as well as looks like 10 Tek screws that hold the motor in. You remove those 10 screws to replace the motor. So there'll be 10 screws along the base plate of the motor. You remove those 10 screws, you'll be able to access the fan motor and to get to the scroll cage and replacement on that. Usually with replacing the motor, if it doesn't have a rack or overhead on it, you can flip the cabinet upside down. If you got some 2x4s or something like that, you can flip it over. Just remove the lids before you flip it, otherwise it'll fall out. And then the only other way is to tilt it up on its wheels and balance it from the front tube to the wheels. And that's a little sketchy, but at least sometimes you can, someone's around that can help you hold it, stabilize it while you take the screws out. And that's pretty much it. You got your thermal probe back here, set at 2 inches from the top of the black to the top of the probe. That's 2 inches out. That'll keep you the same temperature.